Welcome, everyone. Episode 10 of Three Guys Making Comics, the podcast that discusses the ups and the downs of the comic book creation process. I am David Omar Lopez, and I am a comic book artist.
Hello, I'm ALberto Doriguzzi. I'm a comic book artist from Italy. By day, I work, and by night, I dive into ink, paper, screen tones like an old school maniac.
My name is Lech Kaminski, and I'm a comic book artist from Poland. And I will share. Oh my goodness, I need to find the right tab. Just the page I've done
Okay.
right today, and I've always got a proper excuse. I know, and this time around, I didn't have time because I didn't have time. But in here, in my hometown, we had like a Comic Con. It's called Fantasy Days, so it's just one day. But let's go grand and call it Fantasy Days. And there's even a blue band on my wrist still, the evidence that I was allowed to enter. It's free. By the way, it's free. They didn't have to give it to us, but it's always nice to have like a memento. Anyway, I left that Comic Con / Fantasy Days because in the end I had to choose if I want to draw anything this week or if I want to listen to seminars.
Okay.
However, I did listen to a seminar about Terry Pratchett, and I thought it was perfect. But drawing comics just is a priority. So this one on the right is the comic book that I've almost finished, in a way that the last panel looks like a Christmas tree comet. It's it's very bad. The hand, okay. The rock, yeah, but the movement, that whole thing. I don't know, the whoosh, the thump. How do you call it?
You mean the heat effect?
Yeah. How do you call it even?
Sound effect.
No, because it's speaking about the geometry,
The shape
Oh.
of
the center point there.
the whoosh, the star. It looks like a Christmas tree, right?
No,
Like
I disagree. No, okay, I understand what you mean now. No, it's okay. I think if you had it blue and not in opacity 0.5 or whatsoever, no one will have to say something. I mean, it works perfectly. I mean, maybe it's not only in your head. I think just
maybe it is.
the nitpicking and stuff. The right. I mean, it's very clear. The page is very clear, and I like that the flow. It's everything is in the right direction, and I think it works very well. So
I've
cool.
cheers. I've spent several hours on her hair only to, like, 1 hour ago, notice
Okay.
that the hand that I've drawn in there is like a giant's hand. It's his, but like the fingers are gigantic. Basically, I was so close, like my nose was almost in the monitor, and
No, okay.
somehow I messed up the scale of that hand. So now, spending all that time on her hair, I will have to redo his hand, and I don't know if it won't just mean that I have to redraw whole this part.
Mm.
Oh my god. Well, okay.
I disagree again. Look at my hand, how big it is. No, I think I disagree. It's just like Fist of the North Star. I mean, it's a different comic, but there the people becomes crazy high, crazy big, and then little again. I mean, it's just a dramatic moment. And I honestly, it works fine. I thought she was just a little lady. So and I like a lot how it takes the hair, honestly. So for me it's a go. I don't know what David is thinking about it, but
David, what do you think
So
about this?
Well, to me, it looks like you're doing a rough here, right? Or are you ready to ink over this structure?
No,
I feel
that's
like,
for me. That's all. That's like
oh, so
pretty much.
it's lighter than the rest of the panel. So I was thinking you were possibly doing kind of a pencilish effect, but um, the
Only
hand,
speaking the lady now, the lady on the top.
yeah, I think it looks okay. It looks good to me. I can't in this moment deconstruct it enough that I would give any feedback because I saw it. It looked great. So.
And the point of view, I mean, the focus point is her face. I think she's just
Yeah.
screaming for fear. So for me, it's perfect. I mean, I will let it this way, honestly. But I understand your point that you don't like it, and I mean I'm in the same bus with people stressed by their own drawings, which are not perfect, right? But for me, it's good. It works.
Okay, maybe I'm just too close to it. I will change it just because of
Okay,
my own frustration. But it's good to know that maybe it's not as apparent as I'm seeing it.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'm just taking it all in, trying to see where the just storytelling wise. So the last panel on the one on the left is the female, the one that the guy is
Yeah,
holding by the neck.
yeah,
Okay, so the only thing there is it's a lighter skinned hair color on the female on the right page. I would say the only thing you
Okay,
need there is just to make sure that the audience understands that the one at the bottom of the left
okay.
side
Hmm.
is a blonde or I don't know, redhead, whatever that color would be. Because you can't see the flowing
True,
hair
true,
very well. So I would just say consistency from that page to the next page.
true.
okay.
The color of the hair looks like different. I agree, but it's very little. I can't see it very well. So
Yeah, because there's barely anything to look at in here. This
okay,
is
Yeah.
just kind of small, right?
Because
it's a
my
good
thing
point.
would be that there's a female at the beginning of your story who is in that hidden area with her child or a child.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
has a similar look to the person in this panel. And it's just about making sure the audience doesn't think somehow transportation happened where actually that person has a darker hair. So yeah, that wouldn't happen. So I take that back.
And she's pregnant.
And she's pregnant,
Okay,
yeah. Okay, so
Uh,
yeah, this is where
and
sometimes where we look at pages that we're not looking in a reader way. It's hard to
true.
remember how 2 pages back things were. So
and
yeah, my only note is that yeah, the last panel to the top panel would show maybe some strands of hair somewhere there at the
so
bottom.
you're thinking
Yes.
about adding something here at the bottom.
Yeah, it's similar to what you have there, whatever the bottom near her neck, that would also be there and the audience can put together the two.
Yes,
Okay,
it's a good tip. I
agreed.
agree. I agree.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. So the other thing I've noticed I messed up is the perspective of. It's probably the same hat as here, but
Okay.
I've noticed the perspective here is kind of going the wrong way. But I've
Mm.
again, when I was drawing it, looked good. I had the second look 2 hours after that, and nope, it doesn't work. But it's something that is very easy for me to correct, so that's not much of a mess.
Okay. But here is it's the same as the lady panel. The focus here is on the guy on the ground and on the face of the killer on the right.
Yeah,
So honestly, I mean, background there is just for making things pop out.
yeah.
So I'm not very. It's okay. I understand. Yes. Okay. The perspective line are maybe wrong, but honestly, I'm looking at the face of the guy and I have fears. I mean, he looks very crazy. So the panel works very well. And so for me, I mean, I understand the correction point, but yes, I like it that way. And the 2 pages are very cool to see.
Yeah, I think they work together pretty nicely,
Yes,
both.
yes.
And it's supposed to end with a thump that is not all that apparent. Like this
Okay.
panel doesn't really tell you that there's going to be an attack of any
Okay.
kind. Like it really doesn't show you. It doesn't prepare you.
Yes, a
But
surprise. Yes.
yeah, but hopefully after that, it's going to be clear what's
Okay.
happened.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Anyway, that's all for me. This, yeah.
Oh, no, it's cool. It's cool. It's coming out.
And
So how many pages will be at the end?
Pardon?
How many pages are you? How many in total?
I
12,
mean, the
21?
way I see it going, it seems that there's gonna be roughly 40 pages, I
40,
think.
okay.
But
Ah,
it's
okay.
not because I'm trying to do that, but the speed of my drawing and um, the speed of the story for it to actually conclude in any reasonable place will probably take me to about 48 pages.
Okay.
I thought I was aiming for 20 pages,
Okay.
but I think I'm just too slow at telling the story to be able to just comprise it within 20 pages.
Okay. I this week I was in Padova here by in a comic school, and my friend Antonio told me that Marvel used to test the people with a task where they have a 21, 2 or whatsoever page story, and they need to condense it in an 8-page story to
Wow.
see
wow.
if they can do it. And what you see the weak point of an artist, right? From 21 or 22 to 8 pages. I mean, it's a third, more or less. So you need
Mm.
just to be very efficient with your storytelling. And I think it's a good idea to try something like, I mean, I don't have time now, but I like the idea, honestly. I think that you just need to learn, right? Like you, like I have the same problem, that I think that when 21 pages are not enough and I need more, but maybe sometimes we just need to condense and
So I think it's a great exercise if someone can put the time into it. But at the same time, I don't think that drawing comic books and telling stories is about rushing it forward and just comprising it, like compressing. I think it's about telling the story. So you really are supposed to do what the story needs.
okay.
So the exercise itself is probably interesting, but I don't think it's a good method.
Okay.
Or I like I understand Marvel, I understand DC. They want an issue,
Yes.
20 pages, that's it. But I think that's where artistry is actually being limited, and what is prioritized is just income.
Okay. Yes,
And
it's true, it's true.
my question is, so what time period was your friend saying that they were asking for that, like compress everything into? Was that the last 20 years or was that early in the 80s?
Oh, honestly,
Did he say?
that's a good question. I don't know, honestly. I don't know.
Well,
But
I'm gonna say Marvel, their power in the 70s, 80s, even 90s with the image guys was that they allowed the artists to expand on the Marvel method. It's like,
okay.
here's a few paragraphs, do what you want with it and make it fit, but they could also do double page spreads, they could do
Yes.
close-ups, whatever needed to kind of excite the audience, keep them reading. But there's a lot of argument over the last 20 years or so where Marvel decided to be a bit more compact with their stories, meaning a lot of talking heads. And I would say maybe that was from the last 20
Hmm.
years ago, but Marvel was really good at just letting, like Lex said, letting the artists go crazy on it, and that's why they were always winning the monthly book selling battles against
It's
other
true.
publishers, even DC, that had the big hitter superheroes. So I'm hoping Marvel, I don't know when your friend said that, but I'm hoping Marvel understands that sometimes letting that story expand is a good thing.
Exactly.
And I'm probably going to be talking about that soon because, not to jump in here, but John put up, if you follow John, the Three Planes writer, he just wrote something about double page spreads,
Okay.
how putting a couple of those in a book is really something great to expand on storytelling. But Alberto, I'll let you go ahead.
No problem. That's interesting. I will take a look too. I saw, because I'm following him, I saw the article, but I don't have time this week to read
Yeah.
anything. So thank you very much for the info, by the way.
Yeah.
It's on Substack, right?
Yeah, he writes on Substack. Yeah.
So I was telling, just to making some ads here. I was at the school at Padova to showing Comics Flow, which is our app for time management in comic world. So if you need to meet deadlines, it's the perfect app to do it. And I was there with my friend Antonio, which is one of the teacher, and he's a professional comic artist, and with some kids of his class, and it was very interesting. But let's go back to my, and that's one of the I didn't have much time this week to draw because I was also in Padova. But on my side, I just finished the dialogues from comics from Comic for yes from Rocket Golf, which is my comic. I just put dialogues on every page. I just read it 3 or 4 times more this week than last week. I just need to put I'm designing the logo with a friend of mine, which is a better designer than me. The balloons are only for not the definitive one, just for testing the dialogues and also the font. But I think right now the story is done. So this week I draw just a little bit, but I finally have the cover, which is this one.
Oh.
Which the initial idea. Oops. Oh no, I can press on here, but I need to press here. Boom. Sorry. The first idea was something like this, which reminds a bit of extreme Rob Liefeld idea. I mean, white cover, only the golf club and some blood. But then I asked myself, okay, blood, are you sure it's not maybe in the right team? So I made some sketches, and I draw only the golf club and some backgrounds where you can see that there are floating islands and the terrains, which is just how the earth is currently on my story. I like how is the final result, but I'm not completely convinced that it's the right cover. So I will think about it if I can use it eventually for the back cover or another place. I mean, there are tons of. But I'm proud of the design of the club, which is crazy as usual, and everything. And I like also, I mean, the screen tones, and I think it's a good drawing by itself, but I'm not sure if it works at the cover for the first issue. On the other hand, I don't want to be too nitpicky and make 3 covers before coming on the right one, right? I want to finish the story and the first issue as soon as possible, because I'm also just sketching the second one. And yes, that's what I have done this week. And because also the issue 100 of Youngblood is coming out next month, I'm thinking to do maybe a fan art of Youngblood. I'm thinking about it currently, just something little, but I wanted to say it, so I must do it, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I've already said that I'm doing a commission. Somebody wanted a commission of Youngblood too, so I'm working on that. Maybe it was Rob Liefeld with a hidden
Yes,
account.
maybe.
No, but he's on Substack now, where we're filming
Yes,
this.
exactly. It's also on Substack.
So it's a good time to celebrate one of our childhood heroes, I would guess.
Exactly. Hey, by the way,
And yeah, go ahead.
number 10 of our podcast. So cheers,
Oh
guys.
yeah,
We made it to 10.
yeah. I was gonna
That's great.
say if it's possible to show us the first page of Rocket Golf.
The first page, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Let me just
So
share.
this is about the cover you drew, and I think I was muted because there was some noise outside. But I was saying that you sent us a sketch of that, but I wasn't sure what it was. I think you were saying you didn't say it was a cover, so I was like, I got really surprised when I saw it
Okay.
right now. So I think you're saying if you do come up with another cover,
Okay.
that image you just showed would be a perfect first page before this
Okay.
one. But
Okay.
of course, I don't want to add more work to your to your
No,
page.
okay. Tell me.
But it's also a way where somebody would see a device that no one knows really what it is.
Okay.
But
Yes,
then
I know. Yes.
this guy picks it out of the ground like Excalibur, kind of like
Okay.
the chosen sword, and somehow you see that, oh, it's a golf club. So
Oh,
it's a very
interesting.
cool. So if you
Interesting.
decide not, even if it's a cover and then going into this page, you kind of the story that is
Yes.
there. But
Yes.
if you do want to explore, that's the possibility where he's holding it there in that second panel, but somehow
Yes.
he would
Yes.
probably lift it and then like kind of show it to the audience that it's a golf club with the putter, the end that has like a golf shape versus like a
Yes.
sword
Yes.
or a blade. But
I
I
damn
think
that's
that'd be a good.
a great idea, damn it. Now I need I need to do it.
Well, it also fits your background here on the last panel here with
Yes,
the flying
true,
islands. So
true.
just thoughts, and sorry I'm making you
No,
do
it's a good
another late
idea.
night of drawing. But yeah.
Lech has another one to make me draw more, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So you've got that pan, like it's a similar setting. Someone is putting, well, just hitting the ball,
Yes.
but it's like more of a whoosh. Do you remember that you've got another panel with someone? Maybe it's the one with the crab person shooting,
Yes, here. Wait.
and
This one.
Yeah.
no, next one. No,
No, there is no more in this
Yeah.
issue.
Then you had a previous version maybe of that one with
Yeah,
more
he put a
probably
new
with
head
more
on there.
lines, with more of a boom line.
There was a sketch here with
Yeah.
let me see. Maybe I have just I have it here. Maybe here it is. No. Here it was a test, but it didn't work. So
No, it didn't work. But I mean, compared to this one, because this is exactly that. I just thought, I think you've shown previously one with more of a speed lines around it.
oh no. Maybe it was a sketch or something. No, there it's only those two pages with the club.
Because in my mind, what describes your comic book best is
Okay.
actually putting that crabman in there
Okay.
and combining it with the whoop of that page and the speed lines. So it's not verbally that picture, it's like a combination. But the crab person, I think this is iconic. The crab people will be iconic for your comic book.
Oh, okay, I understand. The point is that they are not a hero, so I don't want to put second man, right? But you mean the design and everything? Yes, I understand. This is a good point too. Okay, guys, I hate you, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying anymore. It's like
No. I mean,
it's
that's the
a
point,
great
right?
image. No matter what, I think
Thank you
that
very much.
I mean I love Sword in the I don't know in Europe Sword in the Stone we have King Arthur's. I mean it's French, so it's out there. But just the chosen thing, something in the ground that gets pulled out, and
Yes, that's a good idea.
and then having it
idea.
be a it's not a weapon, it's a golf club. Where I just
Yes.
think that sort of narration
No, that's
really
cool.
help
That's cool.
would
Thank you
really
very
help
much.
the reader there. But again, I think it works as it is, so that's just extra.
No, no, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's being picky. It's just being picky.
No, no, okay, okay. You don't want money, right, guys?
No, this is all free.
For free. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Okay, cheers.
I'm going to share my screen. Let's see.
Yeah.
Share. So Alberto already talked a little bit about Comics Flow. Again, it's the app we're using to showcase. Anytime you see us flip through pages or show our sketches, it's very easy because the app itself is organizing all our digital or physical work. So if anybody wants to try it out, please do. It is free to start. Um, and I just wanted to show just the tutorial again because I dig it a lot. I really like that Alberto drew this, of course, and
Thank you.
he really put the effort into making something that's not very, when you see an app, it's pretty boring. And he actually, in tone with comic books, he actually drew a comic to show the tutorial of how to get it all done.
Exactly.
So let's jump into the
Yeah.
Kickstarter, that Three Planes, where John and I are working on Three Planes. In the States, it's almost Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day weekend, and
Okay.
in our part of the world, it's kind of the unofficial start of summer. So we both were talking this morning, and we're almost near in summer, not actual scientific summer, but we're getting there. And it's yeah, we're trying to get our schedule in order to get this book ready to go by the time the campaign launches. I think a lot of people that have seen the podcast know this image. It's the character is the bridge. She's our protagonist for the first issue. The QR code does take you to Kickstarter. We have a secondary protagonist. This is kind of her mentor through this strange new land. And again, you can click on that. You can pause the video, or you can just go on Kickstarter and put Three Planes, or go on any of our socials, and it's in the URLs everywhere we're posting. So that'll take you to the Three Planes Kickstarter page. And it's always good to see that every time we go in there, we see a few more followers. We really appreciate it. We're at 55, and that's awesome to see. We've been sharing some pages,
Cool.
and I've been sharing some stuff on the podcast. I mean, not the podcast, my Patreon, which sounds kind of with the P word, but Patreon. This is the latest. I kind of do a weekly breakdown of the beginning of the book, how we started designing the characters for the book. When you join, if you pick the premium tier, you can kind of take a look at this, read what I think about the design process for these characters. Journal 5 and Journal 4 talk about this guy. So take a look if you want. It's free to join. If you like it, you can go premium and see some of these articles. That'll take me to what I wanted to talk to about today, and that's page number 4. I think we talked page 1, page 2, and 3, and now that I'm pretty heavy on Three Planes, other than doing possibly the Youngblood Day on the podcast, it's going to be pretty much this comic from now on.
Okay.
But I think everybody's seen the color version of this, and this is the ink version.
Cool.
I wanted to talk a little bit about how it is working with the writer, or when any comic book artist faces the fact that they've been hired to draw a book or pages for another person that really doesn't understand how you work, because you're not doing it for yourself. So this is always great when the result comes back and both the writer and the artist agree that it's pretty cool. But I'm going to show what it looks like when I do my roughs.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
usually when I work for myself, I do very, very, very loose. Almost I have a 8-year-old, and we pretty much draw the same when I'm trying to plan out these comics, and when he's drawing. It looks very similar, but this is pretty much just getting ideas on any scratch. You'll see that it's behind a piece of whatever scratch paper I have around. That also makes me comfortable that I'm not being too precious with it. I'm just getting ideas down. And as you can see, it is the page that we see, but it's very, very not nice to look at. But you do see the structure of it. And it actually, this, John is probably seeing this for the first time if he looks at the podcast, because when you're working with a new writer, you almost you are kind of auditioning for the job because they've seen some of your finished work, but they don't really know sometimes when you do your rough stuff, how loose it can be. And this is not even as loose as I get. I have, let's see, this one
Oh,
here.
very
So
cool.
this is miniature thumbnails. That was on a full 8x11. This is me taking his script. And as you can see, there's elements of that first panel with her lying somewhere in some sort of state. Some things about how the skyscrapers would look,
Okay.
maybe even here. And then you kind of see the progression. And I even count the panels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see that there was about 11 panels because let's take it back to what Alberto said. Sometimes you get a script and the writer is trying to figure out how much story they can fit in a
Okay.
page. And you as the artist have to try it at least so you can try it here and go, okay, so there's one page that says there's about 11 moments or 11 story beats. And then you go back to the writer and you go like, hey, I tried doing it this way, but you see how much panels I would have to do to make all the story fit in one page. And that's when you go, maybe I have to split it into another page. And that's, I think that goes back to what Lex said, which is you can't, even if the script says it has to fit on one page, you have to trust yourself and put yourself on the line and say, hey, this is not going to work like this. We need to make it like this, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even that's 7 panels.
A lot.
So
Yeah.
there's battles you have to do with when you get a job because you do want to do the best for the person who looked out for you and said, "Can you work on my project?" But I think a lot of things with Lex said is you have to kind of you as the artist are responsible to making sure that that story is going to look the best to the readers and is not going to be just squished into one page or 2 pages or 20 pages when it needs to be 30 pages. So again, if we go back, um,
Cool.
so this was the rough, but then and he John hasn't seen this, but he did see something that I don't do regularly, which is take this and actually do. This is the first time I'll show that I actually did pencils. So I don't do pencils. I don't get this deep with the roughs. Nowadays, when John and I talk, he accepts this sort of
Okay.
look if I can explain it. But for the first few pages where we were just getting to work together and trying to do everything, most of the pages looked like this.
Okay.
So this is penciled. Again, it's not the final thing, but it's pretty close to the final here.
Yes,
But
it's true.
yeah, so anyway, I wanted to just show kind of how it is to work with a writer when you're not doing your own book and you can do whatever you want, and how you can kind of develop that relationship. And once you feel like the collaboration with the other person is pretty tight, you can go from here to here. And that's just where we're at right now. And I think when
Cool.
you find someone that you can do that with, not only does it speed up the process because they trust you enough that they know these scribbles are going to turn into
Yes.
this, but it also allows you to get the story done quicker and think more about the story versus how pretty it looks. So this is just me kind of giving my opinion of how I went through this process, uh, coming up with a relationship with this writer to get this story done. And I'll probably be doing this for the next few pages too, because yeah, it's interesting to kind of see everybody here probably has to work with someone or chooses to work with another person, and they might not work the same way. So it's good
True.
to kind of build that relationship and trust each other to know you're both going to do a great job. But on that note, I will stop sharing.
It's very cool to see the progression. I mean, it's also incredible to see some scribbles, right? And then the final page. I mean, I mean, for
Yeah,
sometimes it's wonderful. I mean, it's part of the process, and that's why I'm like you like to upload on Comics Flow my sketches because it's very cool to see the progression, and sometimes you go in a total different direction, or maybe you stay there, but there was just balloons, and now there's a face with a shadow, and I mean, it's making comics, right? It's so cool. I mean, for me.
Yeah, and again, it's as the artist, your working style is not always your final style. So it is
Yeah.
tough to be vulnerable with, and we're not getting emotional, but just vulnerable with your art, because you want everybody to see the best of it at all times. But to make a book happen, you have to be you have to just do the what the book's gonna feel like,
Yes.
the not what it's gonna look like in the end. So those roughs are essential. And like I said, now we still have issues where he's like, is that a leg or a head? Like he doesn't understand, because I'm scribbling and in my head it's like, okay, this is a head with two circles for eyes, and he's like, okay, because I did take them from those pencils and now we're doing roughs. It's speeding up everything, but yeah, it's still an ongoing relationship where he has to trust me that that's the way the panel is, and it's gonna look good. Trust me, guy. After like a week or so.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but I'm also saying it because probably a lot of people watching this, or even you both, might work with a writer or somebody who doesn't know what you're trying to convey, because they're like, wait, this doesn't look like what you put on Instagram,
Yes.
right? It's like, well,
Yeah.
no, this is the process of storytelling, and it's not always pretty.
It's true. It's true. Okay, that was very cool, by the way, David. But good idea to share your opinions and I mean progressions. It's cool.
Thank you.
So okay, I think it's all for today, right? So as usual, guys, go read more comics, love your pets, like and follow us here on Substack and on other socials, and we will see us next week again, like every week. So cheers until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.